Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to AIRIS. Let me adjust my microphone. Whoop. There was a big ass ant just on my microphone earlier. I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did you come from? And so I left my room and I came back with my handy dandy paper towel and I fucking smushed that motherfucker and then wiped it off, and that was a story. Anyways, without any further ado, let's jump into it. Sorry, just texting someone back. Wow, I'm so bad. Okay, anyways.
This place is pretty and all, but it's getting kind of old. We've been stuck here way too long.
I nod and stretch. I'm impressed, though. I've never been this far from the capital before.
Ditto. But I can't believe we haven't found the guy yet. It's been forever.
Fuck. Did I read that as... Hold on a minute. Hold on a motherfucking minute. I am sorry. Did I fucking read that wrong? God damn it. Ditto. There we go. But I can't believe we haven't found the guy yet. It's been forever. Lau's voice is hesitant, and I'm sure mine is too. Our friendship hasn't completely healed, although we've resumed questing together. Right now, we're looking for some guildmate who apparently vanished a few weeks ago while on an expedition through this forest. The reward will be incredible if we find him alive, but at this point, we're lucky if he's dead in one place. His bones have probably been scattered and crushed and hidden and devoured. That's a lot.
Stop whining. This isn't half of how long Ilya looked for you.
You were complaining yourself 2 seconds ago.
I'm not hypocritical when I'm the one whining.
Oh.
It's not hypocritical when I'm the one whining.
I snort and we continue trekking through the forest for hours more. The scenery never changes. The time feels like it's passing even slower. Perhaps we should call it quits. I'm okay with looking around for maybe 20 more minutes more, but we've already long crossed the point where continuing to look will change anything.
Come on, you pessimist. What if the man's right around the corner just as you leave?
We can look for weeks more, and that'll continue to nag on our minds. We'll deal. So they say, but they look just as glum as I probably do about the fact that we haven't managed to find the poor guy. It's too late to protect or save him, but the least we can do is take his corpse back to his family. Here's a motherfucking corpse! Have fun, kids. Bye! It's like, I have a present for you! It's your husband! Didn't say he was alive. Bye. Have fun with that. I crack my knuckles as I think. Lyle isn't wrong. Oh, let me crack my knuckles. Wait. I crack my knuckles as I think. The immersion, though. Are you guys immersed? Lyle isn't wrong. We don't have any hope of finding the man, and I'm not sure continuing to look blindly could help. Should we just give up and leave or keep trying? It may be best to give up. We have to keep looking. We have to keep looking. Yep. That is what we have to say. No, we can't stop. We have to keep looking for him. Why, though? There's no point. Don't get me wrong, I wish we could find him, and it's not like me to forfeit a quest. At the same time, though, the time we spend here looking for a dead man could be better used to attempt other more important quests and save entire groups of people from dying. Why should we keep looking for the man when we know it's probably futile? He's our guildmate. It's what we'd want for us. It's the right thing to do. He's our guildmate. I care about AIRIS, and I care about the people in our guild, even the ones we haven't met or talked to. He's gone through the same things as us. He served our nation like us. I'm referring to all the things they told me a while ago about the vows taken by everyone in AIRIS' vassals. And I'm sure Lyle knows it. Lyle frowns and shrugs. All right, if you say so. We're not continuing after today, though, all right? All right, that's reasonable. Dejected but determined, we continued journeying through the forest, scrutinizing every shadow and crevice. Oh, pretty! We halt abruptly less than 10 minutes later. The ground suddenly gives way to a jagged cliff a little ahead of our feet. Teddy groans and spits down the slope.
All that walking for nothing!
I fumble for a response, but soon give up. The disappointed, has knocked words and logic right out of me. The least I can do is try to be optimistic. The sight's pretty? It is.
The sight's worthless. Must I remind you how much time we've wasted?
Please don't. It can't hurt to be positive.
More like in denial.
So what now? I suppose we can try a different path if you want to. Do you? Don't know if there's a point. Grimacing, I bend down. You don't suppose he fell? Mother of souls, I hope not. Let's not even consider that a possibility. I have no idea where he'd have landed. And even if we knew the direction down there, it'd take us at least a month to get to the base of this place based on how small everything looks. You're right. I feel terrible in more ways than one. Me too, but there's nothing we can do. We can't dedicate the rest of our lives to finding a dead man. Of course not. Shaking my head, I turn back around. Hopefully someone else manages to find him while working on a different quest. Definitely. Why did the music turn off? Definitely. Before they can finish the sentence, we hear a growl. My hands fly to my sword and I kneel in defense. Teddy and Lyle and Teddy prepared to attack and defend from beside me. My eyes dart around. Nothing. What's the noise? Another growl, a hiss. Then an attack. 3 unfamiliar beasts pounce at us, revealing themselves from behind the thick trees. Thick. I reel to the side, barely catching my fall with the palm of my hand. I grunt, feeling my wrist twisted painfully. I lift myself up and tumble forward, ignoring the pain and thrusting my sword straight into one's chest. It snarls and attempts to chomp off my face. I evade narrowly and it collapses to the ground, limp. With a crackle, a bead of sweat, ice swallows the beast, freezing them in place. It melts quickly, leaving little time for action, but little is better than none. Growling, Teddy swipes at one with her claws. Blood spurts out its chest rather than relenting. It darts forward and rakes her with its fangs. Teddy's shriek rings through the air and echoes on and on. My heart beats audibly in my throat. Okay. No. Wait, how do I say this? No! How dare you! I swing my sword up for vengeance as Teddy collapses, but the creature has already died, leaving its retaliation against Teddy as its final act. Lyle, heal! Already on it. I jackknife around just as the final beast surges at me. I try to parry its mass with the side of my sword, my arms thrust out completely. I wince in pain as the beast pushes back. My wrist continues to holler, causing painful sparks that blur my vision. The beast is too heavy, too strong, and I scramble backwards till I'm inches from the cliff edge. Aelia! I shout back at them between desperate pants, my feet skidding back all the while. Focus on Teddy! Don't let her die! She can't come back! I can! Lyle grunts and they mumble a spell without turning an inch around. The beast keeps thrusting me back, back, back. And with a sound like glass bells, snowflakes grow from the edge of the cliff, melding and crystallizing, forming a small patch of extra ground behind me. Leeway. Lyle gestures with their hand, and a small ball of flame whips out of their hand at the beast. The beast ducks its head slightly to the side, dodging easily, and easing up its force on my sword. Bracing the agony that shoots up my arms, I heave forward and spin my wrist so that the sharp end of my sword slices through its coat. Moments later, it collapses to the ground. Alia, hurry! I can't keep the ice much longer! Crap, of course. Jolted by the sudden reminder, I spring back onto the grassy turf and immediately collapse like a puppet with cut strings. Plopped into the pose of a frog at the edge of the cliff. I turn my head to watch the beast plunge down as the ice beneath it melts. It grows smaller and smaller as it gets further away until it's a speck of dust than nothing. But that's not what happens. Instead, it shrinks until it's the size of my sword, only to be engulfed by a blinding light and disintegrate. I glance at Lyle, wondering if it's a result of their magic, but they're still busy healing Teddy. It's no surprise she hasn't completely healed yet, considering she reached the brink of death. If it wasn't Lyle, there's either some sort of curse cast in the air beneath the cliff or... Lyle! I think there's a portal down there! A what now? Their responses are distracted, and it's clear they're only half listening to what I say, but I can't blame them for it. Pools of sweat slick from their brows as they continue their fuck! As they continue their spell, and they're chewing on their lip in anxiety. Portal. That must be where our guildmate went. Maybe. No wonder we couldn't find him, even though we've looked practically everywhere we could. I'm going to try jumping down. I see. Wait, what? Nani? Omae wa omoe shinderu. Nani? Okay. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it correctly. Wait, what? You're almost done, right? Come join me once Teddy's alright. Teddy's alright, okay? What? What? What the fuck? Insert Dondron here. Wait, nah, it's gonna take too long. What the fuck? I was alright with leaving when we had no other potential leads, but now there's a decent chance we'll find him, after all. And the idea of a portal is itself pretty cool, don't you think? With those words as my farewell, I take a deep breath and hop right down. God damn it! Off in the distance, I hear a voice, a cry of despair. Alia! Before I can plummet to the ground, something soft as feathers embraces me from my back, cocooning me. Yet all I see above me is the sky, and I wonder if I'm imagining it. I wonder if I decided wrong. Too late. Well, I guess I'm fucking dead. Whoa! Nice. When I can see again, I'm somewhere completely foreign to me. A desert? How? Why? What? Multicolored motes of dust fly from my skin and vanish into the air, leaving me gaping. Two words come to mind first and foremost. I'm alive. I may be somewhere completely foreign to me, somewhere I never even knew existed, but I'm alive. Hesitantly, I take one step forward, and then another. Before I can think any further, a headache consumes me, and the space in front of me warps visibly. What the fuck? From a hole that appears, Lyle pixelates in, falling down as they appear. It's like, that's something you would see on Brazzers. Oh my god! You know what? I'm gonna do that. that. I should do that. I should put a fucking, like, Pornhub logo or a fucking, Brazzers logo on this. It'd be fucking great. I'm gonna do that. Note to self. Fucking do that, please. That'd be fucking awesome. Use that as the thumbnail instead. And people be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'd be like, everything's wrong with me. Nice. From a hole that appears, Lyle pixelates in, falling down as they appear. Though through them, I can see what I missed about my own appearance here. Oh. Oh. As the... Oh. 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 I'm just gonna keep saying, oh.
So cute. How cute. It's so cute. It's so cute and sweet, and I love it so much.
It even got that little lovey-dovey music going on right now. Finger looking good. Okay, I need to die. As the rainbow sand continues to whirl around them, both joining them by becoming skin and flying away, they blink and immediately rush forward and cloak me in a tight embrace. I put my arms around them and squeeze them right back. Alia, Alia, Alia! I'm here, Lyle, don't worry. I thought you were dead, or dying at least. What in the world? And you jump off a cliff! And you expect me to be okay with it? I told you first. I was busy healing Teddy. We survived, didn't we? Well, yes, but what if we didn't? We did. What ifs are irrelevant. Mother of souls, Alien, you're unbelievable. And did you really expect me to believe you in either case? You randomly start mumbling about some portal immediately after you escape death by the skin of your teeth. I thought the stress or heat had gotten to you. I mean, I believed all your outrageous claims about the king and his goals. That's not the same, and you know it. Don't you even try. I thought you died, Elia. I thought you died. And then fucking Teddy comes in. From behind them, Teddy fades in herself and forces out a series of awkward coughs, and heat rises to my cheeks as I realize Lyle and I are still hugging. Let me hug my Lyle, okay? Everything is fine. Yes, I'm taking a screenshot, because why the fuck not? Even though the fucking bear has to be in there. Come on, man. Get the freaking dick out. This music is so dramatic for me. Shit! I was so close and I fucked it up. God damn it. Okay. Here we go. Here's something better. Here we go. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Oh. We let go of each other, and I note their own embarrassment as they turn the color of a beet. Aw, look at that little blush. You can't really see it very well, but it's there.
PDA is gross, guys. Do you want me drooling all over another bear while you guys are forced to watch?
Sorry. I was shocked. Out of my mind. Teddy rolls her eyes, then reaches out to smack me. Ow!
Don't make us worry like that ever again, you fool!
Sorry. Wait. Lyle, how are you so fast in getting here? You jumped off a cliff! I couldn't continue sitting there like nothing out of the ordinary had happened. I created a protective healing shell around Teddy to finish the last of my magic, since she'd almost completely recovered and I followed you down.
Lyle here thought they could pretend to be some hero by getting beneath you and cushioning your fall. Probably planned on dying in exchange for keeping you alive.
She hops up and pokes Lyle in the chest, glaring.
It wouldn't have worked, you fool. cliff was too high up! And both of you guys would have fallen if Alia's theory about the portal hadn't been correct. Anyway, you wouldn't have been able to get underneath her. The ground's pull doesn't work like that. And you!
Teddy's practically screaming now, revealing how worried she must have been.
What would you have done if your theory was wrong? You would have died!
I was right though, so that's a moot point.
Mother of souls, why do I hang out with the two of you again?
I rub her head. Thank you for worrying about me though. You jumped off too though. Talk about hypocritical.
Without Lyle's magic, I'd have been dead meat anyway.
Teddy sighs dramatically.
You guys are exasperating.
I can't help but chuckle, realizing that the battle and the scare have managed to ease the distance between us all, at least temporarily. The awkwardness from earlier today may return, but somehow I can't stay mad at Lyle, not after the way they worried about me so overtly and genuinely. What is it? Nothing. I'd love to keep looking for the guard, but the desert seems to stretch on forever. Immediately sobered, I nod with a frown. Yeah, but at least we'll be able to suggest he may be somewhere here to our guildmates, I suppose. Everyone, ready your warp capsules. It's time to go back. It's time to back home. Yes, that is sense making. It's time to go back home and take a good night's rest. My fucking throat hurts. Finally, I stretch as soon as Lyle and I are finished with filling in papers and reporting what we've seen and discovered to the guild. Almost immediately, however, a mishmash group of a dozen or so people approaches us. You're Alia? The girl who's been looking for people with blackouts? I narrow my eyes. That was quite a long time ago, and the matter's already been resolved. Why have they approached us? Yes, that's right. Why? The youngest of the group, a boy who looks 15 at best, speaks up next. Knowing as much as I do about the vassals now, I can't help but grit my teeth. How can someone so young have been willing to give up his sentience? He lowers his voice. We've been getting it too. It? The blackouts. Did you ever find a cure? We're scared. It's not a disease or anything, right? We thought if anyone knew, it'd be you, since you've been asking about it for so long. Do you think we're going to die? Is it the same plague that's affecting the beasts? I shake my head, but I hesitate before I speak. How much am I allowed to tell them? I glance towards Lyle, but they're biting their lip and shaking, although almost imperceptibly, I wouldn't have noticed if I weren't so close to them. I apologize, I don't know much. It's not the plague, though. It's not going to kill anyone, and it's not going to make you guys homicidal or anything either. Some of them exhale in relief, but most of them remain wary. It's all of you? Yeah, there are more of us. More of you? But that's... I sigh and shake my head. We'll be okay. Just give it time, and the symptoms should ease. The royal medic herself has confirmed it. At most, it might take a few weeks to a couple months, but everything will go back to normal. Probably. The guildmates before us nod before eventually scattering, for the most part. 2 warriors remain, both female and around my age. One looks annoyed while the other seems worried, scared. The blackouts have stopped for me. I'm glad? No, it's worse now. Sometimes my brooch will glow and people will start saying weird things. I heard you say you were going through something similar. Yeah. I glance again at her companion, who leans closer to her to murmur about how useless this conversation is, how I'm unlikely to know anything anyway. Immediately, I suspect what's going on. The companion's one of the people who are working directly under the king, isn't she? Well, that makes my decision for me. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on myself. But there must be something! How did you fix it? All I can tell you is that it's gone now. Time fixed it. Give it a little while more, and I'm sure you'll be alright. The two nod before scurrying away. I turn to Lyle before dragging them to a corner and asking them a question as quietly as possible. What's going on? Why are they all having blackouts? Do you know? I don't. Well, it's become clear that the treatment is safe. They've started to administer the first dose throughout the population, I guess. I can't believe I wasn't debriefed. Don't misunderstand me. I know it's a stupid thing to think. The king is the king, and I'm hardly even a servant. I'm nothing, while the king reigns supreme. It's not like I disagree either with what he's done. I'm just surprised. That's all. And disappointed, clearly. Casting my gaze down, I get closer to Lyle in a vain effort to comfort him. Comfort them! How can I best comfort Lyle? Have faith in the king. We've been away for a while. The king is a self-absorbed fool! I thought that said tool. Have faith in the king. Yeah, he's a great ruler and a great man. It's not his fault he didn't feel the need to tell me every pointless detail in advance, when I'm nobody in the grand scheme of things. That's not what I meant. Don't be so negative. What I'm trying to say that he's probably maintaining a distance from you for a very specific reason. Oh. I don't know much about the two of you or the current royal politics or anything, but you seem loyal to him to a fault. Well, he is the king. Yes, I know, but even considering that, I don't think kings are allowed to get close to anyone, regardless of status. There are always people who wish to backstab him for power, I'm sure, and others who are willing to use those who the king trusts, or who trust the king blindly for their own gains. Maybe he doesn't want you getting involved in royal schemes by making it seem like he trusts you or relies on you. My own words feel like word salad, but Lyle brightens up some at my words anyway, and that's all that matters. Before either Lyle or I can say anything else, the door opens with a slam! Somebody once! Revealing a group of guards and knights, they rush in with stern expressions. Oh god. Aelia and Lyle of AIRIS' vassals, you have been summoned by the Majesty himself. Follow us henceforth. What? What did we do? The king has not told us, and we wonder ourselves. He has not even mentioned whether you are to be rewarded or punished. Follow, and you may ask him. But why? Was it both of us, or Lyle? I find myself fumbling for words, hoping the king simply wants Lyle to return to the castle to continue their job. If not that, the only reason I can think of for the king wanting to summon us would be if he's realized that Lyle has told me everything, and I fear the potential consequences of that. I don't know anything about the king personally, though. Though I've heard of his many conquests and leadership in battles against beasts. Is he forgiving? Or is he cruel? Sadistic? I don't know, and I don't think I want to find out. As we've already said, both of you have been requested. Lyle and I stare at each other, our jaws clenched. Could this be about Lyle's telling me about the portals? But the king has no way of knowing. Will you follow me voluntarily, or must you be dragged, warriors of AIRIS? We'll go, of course. I glanced momentarily at Teddy. If we're in trouble, I can't involve her. She may know nothing, but I still want her out of the king's eyes and ears as much as possible, just in case. Teddy, go home and rest. We'll be back soon.
Excuse me? I'm not going to let you hop up and away into the lion's den without me there to protect you.
Teddy, don't worry. I have my suspicions about why the king wants to see us, and it's... Lyle and I will be fine, so long as we're careful about our words. Will we? Who knows? But Teddy grits her teeth and nods, perhaps realizing that her tendency to chime in carelessly may make her a liability. Even as I mentally berate myself for potentially having hurt her feelings, I promise myself to apologize to her and bribe her profusely afterwards. I consider the outcome a victory. That was weird. There was no outline to that text. I'm like, is the text always like that? I think it has an outline, but I didn't want to say anything. Clenching my fists into balls, I stride outside, trying to look more relaxed than I feel. Here's to hoping we're not in huge trouble for revealing secrets or knowing too much. I don't think I know anything that's worth getting imprisoned for, but what else could this summons be about? I don't know. Flanked by the guards, Lyle and I pace into the castle, equally tense and curious. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for this episode of AIRIS. If you guys enjoyed this episode of AIRIS and you want to see more, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!